So one of the torquing auxiliary that we use is 2 or force per auxiliary, and I'm going to show you what the auxiliary looks like. So let's begin here, and let's say this is a force per auxiliary. So you have 4 spur. Each spur technically sits around a bracket, just like that. So this would be upper right lateral. Now this will go around the central. Actually, I'm bending it exact opposite. It should be other way around. I just realized that. And then you have the central on the other side, and you're going to come around. And again, you can modify these loops to your liking. They should be smaller, but for the purpose of showing you how to bend this, I'm purposely keeping them longer. And all of us could do this. And I'll tell you why all of us could do it. Because if you go to La Porte, Indiana, that's where TP Orthodontic Laboratory is based. That's where the supply company is. In there, if you go to their factory, they have 15, 20 little old ladies and men sitting there bending these wires. These people have no formal training or whatsoever. That is their job. That's all they do. They are there bending wires all day long, and somebody taught them that. They didn't have the skills to do this. They were taught the skills, they were shown how to bend a wire, and they make perfect torquing auxiliaries, perfect uprighting springs, perfect different kinds of wires. So, if they could do this, you could do it, and that's all I'm trying to say. So you don't need to have an extra skills. All you need to do is essentially practice, practice, and practice. And I don't do this every day, so I'm not that great at it all the time. Because more I do it, I get the hang of it. If I do it once in a while, then obviously I'm not going to be very good at it. Okay, so now what happens here is this spring is curved. And I made this exaggerated just to make my point. And I'll show you why. So before it didn't look like that spring, did it? Now it is. Okay. So suppose this engages force per auxiliary. What happens is when you engage these hooks on the main arch wire, watch what happens to these spurs. They dive down. So when you engage it, they stretch, and these spurs that were angled like this, they go put pressure on the incisal surface. I'm sorry, put pressure on the buccal surface above the bracket, and that's what torques the teeth. So that's your typical force per auxiliary, and that probably fit largest mouth in the world because I have not seen such a big auxiliary spring in my kit. So that's a pretty big auxiliary spring. It's not going to go and fit in anybody's mouth, but you understand how it should be and what should be the shape of it. And then as you engage, the spurs dive towards lingual, apply pressure, and that's what torques the teeth.